Hello all, you know my name, and if you don't, it is Zach. I am one half of Articulate Warbling, and this segment is Nostalgia Corner. Haven't done a Nostalgia Corner in a while. Nostalgia Corner is basically me reliving movies that I had an obsession with growing up, and this movie is The Magic Roundabout. It is the first Magic Roundabout movie that hit the big screens. The Magic Roundabout was a French and British television TV series in the late mid-60s that ran for a good decade into 1975. A stop-motion animated TV series that's theme tune was notorious, and that was all I knew about it. When this movie came about, I was just like, this looks badass!
When evil is released, destiny awaits. One fearless warrior.
The fearless warrior couldn't make it today, so we came instead. All aboard!
It's hardly the Orange Express, darling.
Your mission is to help me recover 3 diamonds. Z-Band will freeze the sun. Time for the big chill. Nothing will grow, not even grass.
Okay, people, we got a problem.
Even though 10-year-old Zach probably shouldn't have loved movies aimed at 5-year-olds as much as I did, but I loved it, and I had this film on VHS and I watched it over and over again. And I remember when they did them previews that of which you showed the movie a week early before release or the weekend before the initial Friday release, and I saw it on the Saturday first time with my mother, the only time she actually took me to the cinema, I believe, and I loved it. The colour, the vim, and Robbie Williams
As Dougal.
the Robbie Williams, notorious for such things as...
But you know, the thing is, I must have been very shy about it.
Please look how much money they have. Oh my God!
There it is. Oh, yeah.
Che cosa voleva sentire? Puoi
and having a really good voice, because he's loving angels instead. At the time I just loved Robbie's voice. I remember watching him on Cribs, and he was just off his nut, but it was just a ball of energy. And yeah, on the Nostalgia Corner of The Magic Roundabout, the 2005 3D animated movie that tried to re-energise it to give it a action-adventure feel. I feel the animation team behind this was like, we're going to make a lot of money, we're going to reintroduce this to, you know, the social consciousness. They did do a long-running television series, but they never made a feature film after this. They went bust in 2013. They did have an intent for a sequel, but in 2013 they're like, no, we're bankrupt, it's done. Which is a shame. It cost 20 million, I can see why, because it is really well animated. Also, it has a star cast of brilliant voice actors. First of all, I like the script because it's funny, it's got enough in there to make you laugh. You know, Bill Nye is playing a stoner rabbit.
Must be some kind of anti-spring device.
We've got Jim Broadbent playing a snail. Charge! Got Joanna Lumley? We've got Joanna Lumley playing Ermintrude, the opera singing cow.
As Ermintrude.
You should never ask a lady anything so personal.
Lee Evans as a train. I think Lee Evans is the one who gets short shrift with this role. And
I can fly! No, I can't.
And also Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor, one of the best doctors in Doctor Who history, on duties. And by this point I didn't know that he was Doctor Who. I had a vague awareness. It was after the movie. My mum went, I recognise that voice. Is that Tom Baker? I went, yeah. She went, oh, he was Doctor Who when I grew up. Not that she watched it. And I just knew him for Britain, Britain, Britain.
Britain, Britain, Britain.
Little Britain. See, this is the funny thing. I'm watching something as adult as Little Britain, but still adoring things like The Magic Roundabout. But here's a synopsis. After Dougal, Robbie Williams doing the voice of Dougal. I'm coming for you, Florence. After Dougal accidentally releases the evil Zebad, Tom Baker,
Sam, get out the garlic butter.
from his prison, he and his friends Ermintrude, Joanna Lumley, Brian, Jim Broadbent, Dylan, Bill Nye, man, and Zebedee, Ian McKellen, who doesn't sound like Ian McKellen half the time, embark on a quest to find 3 magic diamonds before Zebad uses them to encase the world in ice. Join all your favourite characters for an adventure you will never forget. Jump on board the Magic Roundabout. It's fun. It's colourful. The animation holds up in parts. Key animation focal points like characters like Zebad and Zebedee and the action centred around them and the train and the big action set pieces are great. The surrounding areas, CG vistas are a little crap. Ray Winstone, love. Hello, you art bastard, plays Sam Soldier. I really like him in this. The vocal cast is what heightens it and makes it good. It's got the usual cringe fest of kids' movies. You know, children's movies are a fine balance. There's good family films, good movies that kids can easily watch, but the themes and elements are a little bit beyond them until they get older. This is made partially for families, but mostly for kids. Something to sit down and watch for 72 to 73 minutes. That's without credits. Just tune out. I was expecting to love it a little bit more because I just rewatched it continuously on VHS. I was also binge watching Little Britain. See, I was an odd kid. I loved Little Britain, adult material like Trainspotting, but I'd still be happy to watch shit like this. And, you know, Simply Magical, Star Magazine, A Top Treat, Smash Hits, Dazzling, the must-see movie for families, Daily Mirror. I can understand that, but it's relatively... I didn't get the nostalgia pull like I have from other nostalgia corners. It lacks something. I think this is fallen prey to the audience that it's catering to, where it's too childlike, too whimsical, and it is very 7:30 to 8:30 material you'll find on Channel 5, or material you would find on Nick Jr. or, let's say, in the UK, CBeebies. It's not CBBC. If you're British, you understand. If you're American, you're going, huh? Or you're probably screaming at this point. Yeah. Wondering why I'm doing a review of The Magic Roundabout. Look, 2 stars as an adult, as a so-called film fan, film connoisseur. But for the kids, it's a solid 3-star film. It didn't have the nostalgic pull that I hoped it would. I kept pausing it, I kept getting up, I kept finding other things to do instead of actually watching the film. So it'll be quite interesting because the next one on Nostalgia Corner is TMNT. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles counting off. 1, 2, 3, turtles. It's a train reaction, turtles. Mutant chain reaction. Underground. Living underground. So yeah, the next one is going to be a Nostalgia Corner. I basically lined up myself for a Nostalgia Corner day. So yeah, 2 stars. I'm reviewing this. It's got some good visual beats, some good adult humour, innuendos, puns, but it's very, very much for kids aged 3 to 6, or, if you were like me, 3 to 10. I think I even watched it till I was about 11 on VHS. I'm not ashamed. I brought it on eBay for about $3.50. Yeah. Some people that are selling that on eBay, it's like, I want 15 quid for The Magic Roundabout on DVD. No, I ain't that desperate to relive something that I assumed was nostalgic and would pull those chords, but it didn't. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Remember to subscribe.
Do it!
Thank you, Shire.
Just do it!
Join me next time for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.